Hi guys, and welcome once again to Curated Logic, where we try and up your brain game. Subscription services are nowadays ubiquitous with entertainment, and this includes within the gaming world. A sucker for options, I decided to try out some of these services, one of which is the topic of this video: Xbox PC Game Pass. Although there are hundreds of games to play through Xbox PC Game Pass, as you are likely aware, Curated Logic is all about puzzle and trivia gaming. So rather than attempt to see the value of this service on the whole, I decided to ask the simple question: is Xbox PC Game Pass worth it for a puzzle gamer? Now, before I get into the nitty-gritty, just a quick note. I do not own an Xbox. So this is why I played all games shown in this video through Xbox PC Game Pass. Because of this, that is on what this video will focus. Okay, so when evaluating a subscription service, to my mind, there are three main points to consider. First is the whole application itself, in this case, the Xbox app on PC. The second is the content that is provided, aka the games, and the third is the price. Beginning with the application itself, the Xbox app is fine. There is nothing spectacular about it and nothing horribly inefficient about it either. And while it does still do the job it needs to do, literally the day before writing this review, the app layout changed and the number of puzzle games when searching under the puzzle and trivia tag was greatly reduced. Initially, I thought this meant that many of the games must have been removed, but after searching for specific games I knew I had seen previously, I found that this was a fault of the tagging system, evidently changed in the latest update. So, although a little frustrating when looking for specific genres, the 40 plus puzzle games were still able to be found, just with a little extra manoeuvring around the app. Since then, the day later, this seems to have been somewhat rectified, but it does leave a few questions about the consistency of the quality of the app. Nevertheless, there was nothing that made the app's functionality a big factor in the scheme of things, one way or another. So let's just swiftly move on. Next on the list is the games. More specifically, for our purposes, the puzzle games. Out of the 400 plus games available on Xbox PC Game Pass, about 1/10 of them are considered puzzle games, with, at last play, 47 available. I did not play through every game available, but I did get through a massive chunk of them, so it gave me enough to suitably inform my appraisal. I will start by saying that the majority of games you are probably not going to want to play. There is quite a bit of what I would consider filler within the selection, with many games that I don't believe anyone would be surprised at being offered them for free. But it was the games that were definitely not filler that I was taken slightly aback by. Within the offering included with the Xbox PC Game Pass were at least 4 games that I had already spent over $100 collectively buying and reviewing. Myst, The Pedestrian, Gorogoa, and Unpacking are all popular games, most of which I thoroughly enjoyed, that I could have saved a good amount of money on by playing them through Xbox Game Pass. Not only that, but other quality games such as Pandemic have at one time or another been available, and some of the lesser known games, at least to me, definitely provide more than just a little entertainment. Special note to both Bridge Constructor Portal and Superliminal, which both have a cutting sense of humour that made me chuckle more than once. So, despite having played a number of games I would not recommend to anyone, the games that I have enjoyed within the Game Pass choices made the purchase worth it, and this is mainly due to the final factor in my assessment: the price. I have been paying about $10.95 Australian a month, which is about $8 USD, for complete access to all of these games, with no commitment to do more than just that 1 month. Just looking at the ones I have played and paid for so far, I could have easily have played these all in a month and saved over $100. And when you consider it, in Australia at least, you can currently join for 3 months for only $1. It makes sense to do so if you are a PC player. What I would say though is that Microsoft are counting on exactly what I have done, and that is playing games on there sporadically and letting my membership continue even when I have had months of not accessing it. And because the new games added are not always the quality you want, it is easy to be paying for something you are not utilising properly. Still, this is not even considering the 400 plus games in other genres you can still play. So, in answering the question I set out to answer, is the Xbox PC Game Pass worth it for puzzle gamers? I would say yes, it is, when there is at least one of the games that is known to be of higher quality available that you are yet to play. But if those games you have already tried and you are only left with the ones you haven't heard of before, my experience is that overall it is not worth the time. So my advice is, if you are looking for a cheaper option, before you buy a new game, see if it is available on the Xbox PC Game Pass. Because if it is, being a member for a month or two may just be cheaper than purchasing it elsewhere. However, as much as I value the affordability of services like Xbox PC Game Pass, because there are points most of us need more affordable options, if you have the money to do so, it is always worth showing your support to its creators by buying their games outright or donating to them if they have an avenue for that. Like any creative industry, for many it is hard to make a living, and if we do not support them as consumers, they won't be able to create more of what we love. I hope that this video has been helpful in deciding whether Xbox PC Game Pass is for you or not. Like I said, there are plenty of games I have not played with my Game Pass, so if you are an Xbox PC Game Pass member and have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. I hope wherever you are in the world, you are keeping safe and happy. Until next time, keep upping your brain game and have fun. See ya.